we're going to do a tour through the EWG so that you can get good at using this website. I find this website could actually be a little more intuitive. So I'm going to take you through it. EWG.org. You're going to go to their consumer guides right up here, and hopefully you all see this. And all these boxes are just great information that we should all know. So this is where we're going to look for our water report and what filter is going to best work for us. I'll get there in a second. This box here is EWG verified. So for personal care products, these products in here meet the highest standards. So it's the best you can do. So this is personal care products. You can come down here for sunscreens. Somebody asked me for sunscreen yesterday. So you can come in here and learn about what kind of sunscreen, and it'll give you products that are non-toxic. And then if you scroll down, there's, a lot of great information. All of their consumer guides are down here. Okay, so let me take you into this box, Skin Deep. This is where we're going to need a little audience participation. Is there someone who wants to tell me the name of a product that they use? You could put it in the chat, or you could say it out loud, and then I'll check it for you. So maybe this is a personal care product. Maybe it's your toothpaste, makeup. If nobody chimes in, I know what I'm going to pick. Oh, okay, native. What is that? Let's see here. So now, not everything is in their database. So if your product is not in their database, you can actually take each ingredient, type that in here instead, and find out what its toxicity score is. So anyways, let's just say, okay, so look at this. Oh, these are not native. Let's see. Okay, so for example, for this one, it did not pull up. Oh no, it did. Okay, here we go. Native. This deodorant came up. It's a 3 out of 10. So it's not getting the EWG seal where it's like the best you could do. I generally try to stick to a 1 or a 2. 3 is not the worst thing, but if it works for you and you're okay with a 3, then great. And then what it does is it lists each ingredient and tells you the toxicity score on a scale of 1 to 10 for each ingredient. So there's just one ingredient that's, a 5 in this. So this is not a terrible product. And deodorant is a hard one because a lot of them are non-toxic, but they don't work, or they burn a hole in your armpit. They're just so hard on your skin. Okay, so that's how you use that. So you would just put your products in here and check its toxicity score. Now let's go on to here, tap water database. I need somebody's zip code. Go ahead and type it in the chat. I'm going to put in the first one that I see. And we're going to get your water report. Okay, got one. All right. So sometimes you'll have multiple water districts that show up. So you have to choose yours to get the accurate results for what's coming through your tap. So let's say that this is the correct one here. We're going to go view utility. And then here, look at this, 15 contaminants exceeded EWG's guidelines. So, the government, the EPA has its own standards, but the EWG and many other scientists actually feel like those standards aren't stringent enough. So they've come up with their own standards. And so there's 15 that exceeded EWG guidelines, and then there's a few more that we should think about. So keep scrolling down. Here are the 15. Okay. So for example, arsenic is found at 58 times the amount that EWG thinks is safe. Okay, so there's a discrepancy between what your water district thinks it's safe versus EWG, because they have just higher standards. They're more strict. So then if you wanted to learn more about arsenic, you would click here and read about it. So These are your top 15 that were quite high. I mean, look at this one, 711 times EWG's safe level. And then here are the 15 stated right here. And what they've done is they've taken each water filter. I showed you this picture earlier and showed you for which filter is going to do the best at taking out the top 15 problematic contaminants in your water. Well, it's reverse osmosis. Okay. So it's always going to be reverse osmosis, and the activated carbon is going to be a close second. So if you go further down, and here are the other for the total of 29, you can see here, the reverse osmosis actually does much better than the activated carbon. Okay. So that's how you look for your water. And then one other thing I wanted to show you was also how to check for cleaning products that are problematic. So let's see. I have never figured out how to get to this page internally from inside their website, but my cheat for it is I go to Google and I put in EWG cleaners, EWG cleaners, and then this page comes up. So somebody give me the name of something they use to clean their house. Put that in the chat. I'm going to take the first thing I see. Ah, good one. Okay, Method. Who's using Method soap? Let me make sure I can spell it. Method. Okay, here we go. So to actually get an accurate report, you have to actually make sure that you're using the correct product. So get the full name. But just to give you an idea, we think of Method as being a pretty safe product line. Okay, there's a few that are B's, C's, and then it goes on for many pages. So let's go to page 4. D's and F's. So you can't just trust a brand and think that everything they do is going to be okay, just doing that. Let me show you another one. 7th generation. Let's see how they do. So I buy a lot of their products, but I don't just buy them without consulting this database. Okay, great. Look at how many products they have that are A's. Let's go to page 4. Okay. Yep, D's and then F's. So you do have to, in order to use this database, you do really need to actually make sure you're looking at the correct product. Even sometimes when it's like the scent is different, like one's lemon, one's lavender, that could change the score, right? So don't assume. Okay, so I hope that gave you an idea of how you can start learning more about these products and how to make better choices, because at the end of the day, it's really about having less exposures. The less things we can get exposed to, the better it is for our immune systems, our livers. Like the liver is just looking at molecules and pulling them out and transforming them to get them ready to leave the body, right? So the less we can put into the body, the more we just kind of give the liver a break. We offload the liver so that it can do its job more efficiently. You're not going to be able to get your toxic exposures down to 0, but it will matter if you could cut your exposures maybe by 1/3, maybe by 1/2, depending on, what your personal situation is.